viewers out there. Thank you for joining us today on Nigeria Today Live. And we appreciate all our viewers for watching us and for staying glued to our episodes. And my name is Olusegun Olabode Ajakai, and this is Tech and Gadgets Corner on Galaxy TV. Today, one interesting topic that always resonates with me is with respect to for those who are frequent users of social media platforms or frequent users of digital banking applications, or probably you're trying to access your information. And the critical thing I always say is this: how do you enter your password? How do you access your internet banking platform? Are you someone who is used to using your thumbprint, or use your facial face ID, or you use your passwords? Are you someone who is the old school, like you like entering passwords, like you just have to enter the passwords? And are you someone who is tech savvy? You like using your facials or your biometric or your fingerprint to be able to access your information? Now, something I want to push out there. Just drop in the comments section, right? How do you access your social media platform, or are you someone do you like using your facial ID, or you like using your thumbprint, or you like entering passwords? Because one key thing that I always say when I'm opportune to speak to people is the fact that these platforms are areas or places, or the technology has been built to be able to protect your data, to be able to protect your information, to be able to protect your money. And at the end of the day, utilizing these features helps you to stay abreast of the trends in technology. And at the end of the day, the financial institutions or the banks who are warehousing those data are also doing what it takes to update, technology updates whatever needs to be done to be able to protect you as an individual. Now, they're either updating the softwares used to process those information, or probably softwares on the devices to help you get a very, very good and exciting user experience as the owner of that particular account. Now, the interesting thing about it is the fact that what I would suggest you to do as an individual is, if you're not comfortable with certain technology trends, right, or certain technology features, try as much as possible to ask questions. If you're not comfortable with using facial ID, for instance, it's okay. But try as much as possible to educate yourself around, how can I use this platform to enjoy more user experience around accessing my data or accessing my information. Now, there are several complaints, or people talk about, oh, what if someone looks like me? It's difficult for someone to hack into your device with a different face. But anyways, some will say, okay, maybe when I'm sleeping, what if somebody pushes my eye up and gets access to my iPhone device or get access to my account? The question is this, right? What kind of sleep are you also sleeping that someone will push your eye up to access your device at the end of the day, right? But like I always say, let's educate ourselves around, how can we become more security conscious? How can we become more proactive around protecting our information, not just your password? Because people also unconsciously enter passwords that people will automatically remember. Or for instance, I know your name is Emmanuel, and I say, oh, Emmanuel, definitely Emmanuel will use his date of birth as part of his password. And I can just guess that, oh, if Emmanuel wants to use his date of birth, he will probably use 1234 or 4321 or something related, just something around him. And maybe after several trials, I can easily be able to identify or see how Emmanuel, gets access to his information. For people who are even parents as well too, imagine you're trying to enter your password and your son is probably looking at you behind you. Just yesterday, my son, he confessed to me that, Daddy, as you were pressing your password, he was sitting like a couple of meters away. Not unknown to me, he was using this other eye to look at what I was pressing. But the interesting thing is this: if you have your facials, for instance, it can't have access to your password or your data or your information, because at the end of the day, the only thing your son needs to do is to make sure he opens daddy's eyes or mommy's eyes or uncle's eyes to be able to access that phone at the end of the day. Because guess what? Sensitive information are sitting in those platforms. Sensitive information are sitting in those places. And for those who transact on a regular basis, right, you need to be able to be abreast of whatever it takes to protect and utilize your platforms effectively. Several social media platforms, several e-commerce platforms are also doing what it takes to make sure that user experience for all their users are impeccable, are fantastic. So it is going to be a disservice for you as an individual not to get access or enjoy those benefits. So try as much as possible to educate yourself around what do I need to do to understand the technology behind this, or to understand how can I enjoy the benefits of this thing. Let's try as much as possible to imbibe and encourage and adopt new technology. Technology is here to stay, and people are being innovative every day. And this is to all the Gen Zs out there. When you see this technology as well, to try to enjoy it and encourage your peers to enjoy such platforms, because at the end of the day, it helps you gain and get more user experience around how can I enjoy this thing to be more, to make it more exciting for me to be able to shop online, transact online, and be able to access my data at the end of the day. I look forward to also getting more insights from people who are my audience, who are watching us, also following us across most of these conversations we've been having over time. And I look forward to also seeing you join us again in the next episode as well too, on Nigeria Today Live. As we always say, think before you click, think before you share. Don't copy and paste. Copy, edit, and paste. Because when you edit, you're trying to make a research around any information you get out there in the public. Stay resilient, stay cybersecurity aware, being aware about all those trends happening out there. And at the end of the day, I believe that you're protecting your home meaning your data, your information, your personal effects at the end of the day. Join us once again on Nigeria Today Live and follow us across all our social media platforms at Galactic TV. My names are Olusegun Olabode Ajakai. Follow me on LinkedIn as well. Same name, Olusegun Olabode Ajakai. And also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Body of Lagos. I look forward to seeing you join us again. And feel free to also drop your comments in the comment section as well too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ajakai Olusegun, for that one, telling us about the smartwatch beyond just telling time. You know, that's true. A lot of people believe it's not just even about the time. Some people believe it's just about, okay, aside from telling you time, you also check, how many steps you've taken for a day.
For fitness.
For fitness sake. But it's a lot more, and that's why I say a big thank you to our tech and gadget experts. Well, at this point, we're going up next to